what is wrong relationship in today's society. So in today's podcast, Cece and I, we're going to go over some of the things that can screw up your relationship. So stay tuned.
Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Cece, and I am joined by my husband. What's up, baby?
Hey, everybody, this is Will, and welcome back. Welcome to the podcast. This is a weekly podcast. So if this is the first time joining us, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out these videos. So every week we come out and share some stuff with you. Now, in this podcast, we talk about...
On this podcast, we're talking about a whole lot of stuff here. You know, we talk about relationships, family, friends, what's going on in today's society. You know, we talk about a whole lot of stuff here. But as you guys know, before we get into the topic of the day, we like to go into a blissful moment. You know, so we have a very wonderful blissful moment, you know, which was Wednesday, right, babe?
May 18th.
Last Wednesday, which was my mother's birthday. We had such an amazing time. You know, we surprised her with a nice birthday party. You know, my husband and I, my brother and I, and my sister-in-law and I, we all kind of like put something together. And Dad, of course, was the top of everything. He was like, let's do something. And I was like, all right, Dad, leave it up to me and I got you. Right? It was an amazing time.
It was good. The one thing, obviously, it was good that we spent some time together. But what was even better is that we didn't have to do all the cooking and get the food together. And we were able to get the food out from one of the local restaurants at Albert's.
The food was amazing.
I know. So thank you, Albert's Restaurant, for hooking us up.
Listen, guys, if you are in Palm Beach area and you're looking for a nice Caribbean, like a nice Haitian griot, places to go and have you, get you like this. Go to that place. This Albert's location in Lake Worth Road, right? Lake Worth Road.
I'll put the address on the description.
It's
I think
amazing. Listen, we don't get paid to do this, but we gotta support our people, okay? But the food was to die for.
And not just the griot. We're talking about the rice, the chicken, the plantain. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you know, when we get together as Haitian, we like to eat
a lot of food.
But our food takes a lot of time to cook.
By the time the food is done,
you're so tired.
You don't even want it no more.
Right? But when you have a place you can get good food, and that's what made this so enjoyable that we had for your mom. We were able to order the food, pick it up, just set it up.
Yeah.
And we just got together. We ate good food. We listened to good music.
Yeah.
And we had fun.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we kind of wrapped up everything, put them away. But we did this on a day that she had to work.
Yeah.
I had to work. You had to work.
Yeah.
Your sister-in-law had to work. The kids had to be in school.
My brother had to work. Yeah.
So
we were all working.
And this is where they makes it so good that when you use a company that does good food, it allows you to get together with your family, have a good time.
Yes.
Without being tired.
Without being tired. Because here's the thing. Normally when we're doing something, whether if I'm doing this, my sister-in-law is doing that, my mom is doing this. By the time we get to the party, we all tired. I mean, although, we're still having a good time, but it's just you get tired from all the cooking.
You got to take a day off the day after.
But when you hire or pay someone to cook the food or it's so much easier. Like I was talking to my dad the day before, actually like 3 days before the event, my mom's birthday. He's like, are you going to cook? I'm like, no, Dad, I'm not going to cook. I'm at this point in my life. I have so much going on. As you guys know, I am now a realtor and I'm running businesses. I'm running husband. I'm running kids. I'm running family. I'm running so many things. I don't have the time to just be on the stove for 3 hours. I'll do anything for my parents or my in-laws. I'll do anything for them. I'll reach out to a place to order the food and then we'll take care of it from there. But as far as me getting on the stove and spend like 3 or 4 hours, it's just not my thing anymore. I told my dad that. I was like, Dad, it's just, I feel like it stopped at this generation where I'm not going to be spending like
a whole lot of time cooking
3 or 4 hour cooking, and by the time I'm done, I'm like tired. I don't want the food no more. So yeah.
And you know, another thing is her mom is a cook, so she gets very picky when it comes to she'll criticize the food.
Oh my God.
She always thinks her food is the best, but you know what, I didn't hear a lick of complaint from her.
None.
The chicken was good. The grilled was good. The rice was good. The pickles, you know, she makes pickles. Pickles is cut cabbage and spices.
Yeah,
it's
and
hot
peppers.
Stuff you put
It's
on fried
really
pork.
hot.
Your mom is like an expert at making these things. I think sometimes she just wants to see how crazy spicy she can make it. She actually complimented the pickles.
She sure did. She did.
So it made it a great experience getting good food. And not having to do all that cooking.
Yeah.
So it was a good night. I mean, typically on a Wednesday night we don't stay out late, but I think we stayed out until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah. It was like 9 o'clock, 9. Yeah, 9.
We had some cake.
We had Haitian cake,
Yeah,
which was
Ronald always hook up your dad with the cake.
Which was good.
This guy's been making cake for your dad for how long now?
For a good, I would say, maybe less than 10 years.
I've been picking up cake from this guy for a while.
You know who actually, I met this lady from our church, and then I was like, I need someone to make a cake. And I think ever since we've been like, he's been the hookup of the family.
Yeah,
every time we need a cake, I always go to him. My dad goes to him, except for my brother. I don't think he goes to him. But we always go to this guy for a cake. And now he's like my dad's friend. You know,
he knows the dates.
He knows the dates. Like he knows, like,
except last year we did get a cake from Albert's, so he missed that because but yeah, he always gets us because he knows the birthdays and he kind of expect during that time he's supposed to be making a cake for us.
Right. And then he's like, I was expecting your call. I know it's coming. I was expecting, but it's a great customer service too because the cake are like. His cake is so good, not too sweet, not too dry.
Yeah.
And again, we have some great people in our community that has such amazing talent. Like, this guy, his food, his cake is so great and so tasty. And Albert, it's just like, the tassel is amazing. Tassel is like fried beef, and it's like, amazing.
That restaurant is about 30 minutes from where we live.
And it's like 5 minutes from your job.
5 minutes from my job. But typically, I would go from home to go grab food there. I don't mind the driving because it takes me go and come back 1 hour. And I don't mind it.
I do.
I don't mind it.
I've been like, why?
But when you can get good stuff somewhere, you're willing to make the sacrifice.
Yes. But we're not supposed to eat it every weekend. It's not good to be, for you to be eating like fried pork and fried plantain every weekend.
Day. But they have a variety of other things that you can
They do. They have shrimp. They have like oxtail. They have
the fish is good.
The fish is great. I love their fish. It's like on point. Like, listen, say no more. Just go check them out, okay? We're not getting paid for this. We just want to make sure that, it tastes good to us. So why not go give it a try?
Hey, listen, and we danced. We had some dancing at the party.
Yeah.
Your dad had, spend that moment with your mom dancing.
Yes.
The kids had fun.
The grandchildren had a great time with their grandparents, and and on top of that, it was Haitian Flag Day, so it's like
we didn't even celebrate Haitian Flag Day.
We kind of did because we had Haitian food, we had griot, so
but there was no mention of Haitian Flag Day.
I feel like
not even in the prayer. Your brother didn't mention Haitian Flag Day.
Listen. My brother had a prayer that just cracked everybody up. Even the kids had no idea what he was saying. I don't know if it was drunk. I feel like it was a drunk prayer. But
everybody busted out laughing in the middle of the prayer, which is abnormal. When you're praying and you're serious because you're talking to God.
But God don't want you to be all serious all the time,
Your
right?
brother told a joke in the prayer. But it was fun. It was fun. We always have fun when we get together. And obviously,
we always do.
That's the idea of getting together with families, to get together, to spend some time together, enjoy each other. Yes, It was a long day at work for me, but you know
Yeah.
what? I forgot all about it.
True.
That 3 hours
true.
that we spent there, it
Yeah.
was all about, you know what?
Yes.
Let's eat, relax.
And have a good time.
That's it.
Yes. And I feel so blessed and so amazing that it's always where, you know, my side of the family, my brother's side of the family, and my parents. So which is what, 10, 12?
Now with the kids now,
That's
that's 4 kids, 6 adults, exactly 10.
10 people every year.
So you don't have to have a whole lot of people.
Yes,
to have a
unless
party.
if we do something major, like we did a few years ago for my mom. We surprised her with a birthday party. Then that's different. We had like close to 50 people.
Well, there's COVID
Which
now.
we
You
barely-
gotta, we
We
can't have
barely
big
did.
parties.
But anyways, it was such a great time. I had a great time. You know, we didn't feel tired afterwards because even though we're doing a lot of driving back and forth, but it wasn't really like, you know, oh my God, I'm so tired, I need to go to bed or whatever, nothing like that. But it was really, really amazing. We surprised her with gifts and flowers and balloons and all that. She had a great time. My dad got her an Apple Watch. Hey, go daddy.
There we go.
Do you, boo dad? But yes, it was a great time. You know, we had a great moment there. So yeah,
It was good.
it was great. It was wonderful. It was
Yep.
wonderful.
So, topic of the day.
Yes.
What is wrong with relationship in today's society? Well, let me start by saying spending your life with someone is a great thing, right?
It's a great thing.
And, you know, sometimes you can run into some difficulties. Sometimes, you know, you have to make some sacrifices. But at the end, if you're in it for the right reason, it's all worth it. Now, with that said, I must say, in all honesty, there are many relationships in this day and age that are just jokes.
Sure.
Literally. You know, relationship is supposed to have a meaning of, you know, it's a deeply rooted, you know, togetherness where you're willing to put up with whatever comes and together we're going to build something, build some kids, build a house, build experience that we can share with. But nowadays, it seems something different. You know, love has become a word that has no emotions and no feelings behind it for many people. Right? So it seems like many relationship has, you know, lots of insecurities, a lot of jealousy. And some of them, they're just about playing sex and nothing else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's issues, right?
There's always issues.
There's
yes.
issues.
Yes.
Now, as we mentioned, you know, in those relationships, what's causing the issue and what are those things and how can we avoid them? Now, we're gonna list out a few things that obviously we've come across, not so much in our relationship because we try to handle things the best we could. However, that doesn't mean we don't have our issues, right?
We have tons of issues here. Yeah, I just don't know.
So let's look at one of the main reasons that relationship fails. Sometimes lust comes before love. Hey, listen, we all have seen people that are attractive, right? This girl looks good. They're dressing right. The body's moving the right way.
Okay.
We feel like we want to get together, but is that really love? That's a physical attraction.
Yes.
And
yes.
many times it's us wanting to get with this person on a sexual level
True.
and nothing else.
Absolutely.
And typically once that's done, we want to move away. So many relationships sometimes are based on that physical attraction. There's nothing else behind it. And remember, relationship has a lot of other stuff that has to go in it for it to work.
Yes, and physical attraction is good too in the beginning. Listen, you don't want to be with an ugly person. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know, you want to be with a beautiful girl and a handsome man. You know, I don't know what is it about my hair, y'all. I've been feeling myself lately. So again, physical attraction. You know, when you got your hair done and you know you got a no hair, it just makes you look
Different.
and also makes you feel wild. Like that's just me.
Someone's trying to get me in trouble.
That's just me. Yeah, absolutely. Lust sometimes, yeah. Some people feel like they need to be physical before they.
And the physical is important. It's usually what get the thing going.
Yeah.
But it needs to go beyond that because relationship takes a lot of understanding, a lot of tolerating,
And yeah,
a lot of figuring out.
a lot of figuring things out because we don't have a book. We don't have a manual that we got
And
to
it
go
never
by.
ends. I'm still figuring out this woman.
Yeah, me too. I'm still figuring you out. Like, what the heck do you want?
So when you get it, yeah, if it started with that physical attraction, which it always does, give space for love to grow.
Yes.
However, if all there is that physical attraction, don't expect that that's gonna grow into anything other than that physical attraction. So
Right.
at that point, you have to realize, what am I looking for? Am I looking for a partner to hang out with whenever I want to feel good? That didn't come out too right, but that's kind of what it boils down.
Speaking of a partner, whenever I want to feel good, right? Funny thing you mentioned that because at my parents on Wednesday, we're talking about how me and my brother and my sister-in-law, we went and you were on the table eating. After my husband was done eating, he was there, all right, baby, let's go exercise. And I'm like, am I like a machine?
Exercise partner?
An exercise machine where you just want, after you're done eating, you want to go digest or whatever. You're like, let's go dance, let's go exercise. And then they were laughing. And my sister-in-law was like, no, my brother was like, you just now know this? You just now finding out that you are an exercise machine because, you know, in sexually speaking, that's what he was referring to. But did you get it? You probably didn't get it. But yeah, I thought it was
I don't
funny.
think that way. I'm a good person. I'm a Christian.
My Christian boy, you know you're right about that. But yes,
you gotta allow your relationship to develop beyond the sexual.
well,
attraction.
yes. You know, that's one thing that I was watching this show over the weekend. You know, when you work hard, you got to take a break and relax and watch something, right? So I was watching this show called The Ultimatum on Netflix. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's very interesting to the point where it's like, okay, if something is not working out towards us, then I give you an ultimatum to see somebody else, or you give me an ultimatum where we both get to see a different couple. We switch, right? Like you spend some time with the other girl and I spend some time with somebody else, and then we decide on what's not working. And at the end,
you get to make a choice.
at the end, you get to make a choice whether if you want to stay with the person that you did a trial marriage for 3 weeks, or you want to go back, or you go back to your person, to your regular
That's
partner.
interesting. So
Yeah.
so you're committed to this person for 3 weeks, but in the meantime, you can test that other. And that'd be good if this was like real life.
Well,
You know,
you never know.
You sign up for a trial, and just to see if things work out. And then
Well, you gotta
before the
have
trial
issues.
ends, you kind of get a chance to test that some other product. That's not good to say some of the products, but that's kind of what it sounds
Well,
like.
it was a group of people. It's interesting. If you haven't seen it, go on Netflix. It's called The Ultimatum.
Ultimatum.
I don't remember the rest. Ultimatum.
I haven't been watching shows.
So
I'm afraid
it's
of
like
getting
a
into
group of people. They're like in their 20s too, like 24. The oldest was 28 or 29. And they're like couples, and they having issues in their relationship. Of course, we all have problems. And then they get to go around and mingle and get to know the other people around, and get to know the other girls, and the guys get to know the other, the girls get to know the guys, and then the guys get to know the girls or whatever. And then they decided to pick the person that they want to spend the next 3 weeks with. And then they go and spend that 3 weeks. There can be some physical touching and
okay, so everything goes for that 3 weeks?
not everyone. No,
But-
not
but-
everything
but
goes.
if it
but
leads
if
to
it
it-
leads to it, then.
So everything goes kind of.
But I don't think I would want to go that further. There was a girl that did, and she regretted that she did that. I think she was the only one that went that
if
far.
you're trying something out,
No,
listen,
no,
let me just-
no,
if I'm gonna try out a
no,
Ferrari, I
no.
gotta take it on the track and really push it to its
But
limit.
then, you come here, you're here with your spouse, with your partner, right? You're here with your partner, and you're gonna try someone else to
But
see.
isn't that the whole idea
No.
for being in that show? You want to try something else?
Well, you are trying. It doesn't mean you gotta go all the way.
But what's trying if you don't get to taste?
Why would you want to try after 3 weeks when you know you come here with somebody else? Well, you know what? I feel like you would have done this.
But if
I would have
if
never
the
taken that show.
intentions to
There was
go
this guy
and-
on the show that I felt like he was so good. Like he is like the perfect marriage type. Okay, mind you, they're not married yet. Their boyfriend and girlfriend, they want to get engaged, so they give the husband the ultimatum. or the girlfriend. So there was this guy who was like so perfect, everything you like, the perfect guy, the perfect marriage type, okay? And the girlfriend gave him the ultimatum because she wanted him to make the move. I want you to propose, but I feel like you're just not proposing to me. What's the problem?
So they kissed to give him the opportunity to try someone else?
So he did. They both did.
Okay.
They went and tried. And of course, you know, he was feeling somebody else. He liked this girl. The girl's cool and everything. They were really cute together. Yeah. So they just had a little, that's it. But she went and did all the way. Mind you, she gave the ultimatum. So she went and did her thing. And then, of course, so
she gave out the cookie and all that stuff?
She sure did.
Oh, you know, she was trying.
And then, you know, she apologized. She said it was like her and her emotions. She was just getting mixed emotions. So therefore, she's like, I let my feeling, I let go. And then I just happened to she felt like she should have, you know,
well, she has control issues.
She should have never given it up. But anyways, it's just to tell you that there's shows out there that are very interesting. And if you feel like your spouse has some kind of
shows will get you in trouble with your spouse.
True. That's true too. That's true too. That is so true.
Oh,
but it's interesting. It's a very interesting show, and I watched the show until, you know, the reunion, which was very interesting.
So, but you know, I think this shows a lot of it comes. It's testing the physical, because in 3 weeks, I don't think you'll be able to really test that to fall in love with someone. Well, 3 weeks is a long time though. But another thing that plays.
How is 3 weeks a long time, honey? It's 15 days.
No, that's like 21 days. You're thinking business days. I'm thinking calendar days.
It's 15 days.
But that could be purely physical. And this is where
if you're in it for the physical, things, then yes.
Yeah. Now, another thing that plagues relationship is lack of commitments. You know, people are not committing to others as much as they used to.
Not in today's society.
And many relationships will fail if you're not committed. Because, you know, for many couples, it's easy to say, I'm going to do this and make tons of promises, you know, but fulfilling those promises is tough. It requires commitment, and it requires you to be willing to do so. It requires sacrifices.
Yes. And I feel like modern couples are afraid of making long-term commitments, especially the millennials, right? We are millennials, you know, we like early bird millennials. But if you're like in your 25, which I'm 25 forever, but like they just afraid of long term. They rather just let's do, you know, let's move in together, and
if 2 years later things don't work, we're just say thank you. It was good hanging out with you.
Because they don't want to go through this whole divorce thing. They just want like, let's move in and see and act as if we are husband and wife, because they don't want to do this commitment.
And in a way, it's good if you know yourself. You know that long-term commitment is not your thing. Don't go into it because so-and-so did and I feel like I have to. Because if you're the type that you just want to hang out with someone else every other year, you know, long-term relationship is not for you. I mean, if you get into a relationship that's long-term, be willing to commit to it. Because we run into people that, they tied a knot, they got married, but the moment that things gets rough, they're already willing to just end it.
Yeah, I think, you know, to be willing to get your hands dirty, you know? And I think that's like, in a way, like there's going to be ups and downs. And some people don't want to deal with these ups and downs. Some people were like, okay, you know what? Fine, we done. We break up. You know, after a minor misunderstanding, right?
Yeah.
A minor miscommunication. They're like, okay, fine, I don't want to be with you no more. There's people who are so quick of saying, I don't want to be with you no more. And they're like, okay, they done. And then let's move on.
Well, you know, relationship requires you to put up a fight. Now, there are many people that have fought to keep their relationship going. So this is not me saying that there's no good relationship. There's a lot of them. However, there's some level of commitments that used to be and back in the days that we don't see anymore.
Yeah.
And in
like our parents.
And I applaud someone that if you know that I'm the type who's not willing to commit to anyone long term, then don't.
Yeah, and there's people who are so honest with themselves. They're like, I'm not. I know you a cool guy, but I'm not this long-term kind of girl. I just want to like be your girl, but not like committed, marriage type. And there's people who will tell you that up front. Now, whether if you want to commit yourself to something like that, and now it's on you, right?
Yeah.
Because if she already told you that, hey, this is not for me, I'm not like that, I don't want to be tied to someone. There's people who can't be tied to one person for the rest of their life because they they just don't want to wake up to that person for like 40 years or 50 years. So
just when getting old and like, geez, man, you look
old
different.
and wrinkle.
Now, and it's also important. Know yourself, know the person that you're with, and have this conversation early on. Hey, is long-term thing something that you see in your future? If it's not, great. We just hang out and then we part ways. Another thing that's important as well is there's many people in this certain age you get to that your friend starts getting married, your neighbor starts getting married, the people that you went to school with all
the
posting
dog
pictures
is having
of they
having
engage
kids.
in social media and they get married and you're there being single. Some people get in a relationship because they're just tired of being single. They're like,
yeah,
I can't be single no more.
Yeah.
People that don't think that I have issues, I got to find someone and be with.
Yeah.
Which means you'll probably pick up anybody and be with them thinking that you can build what your friends have.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get into a relationship for that because it's going to break. It's going to fail. It's not going to work.
Yeah. Listen, if it's not the right time, it's just not the right time. If it's not the right person, don't force it.
Yeah.
I feel like when you force something and you just know that it doesn't feel right.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not going to be a long term because you know that you just with this person for the sake of being with somebody because your friends and family and the dogs or cats.
Everybody's
got somebody except for you. And you're like, I got to find someone. So if you go ahead and do that, you just know that it's just not going to last. It's not. Yes, it may be happy. You like happy deep down inside. And the other person is like, I don't really like this girl. I just, and don't be so rushed of giving up the cookie because you want someone to be with you, right? Because I know Steve Harvey talk about this a lot.
Listen, if you haven't gotten anything in a while, sometimes it's good to get something.
There's tons of toys out there. There's nothing wrong with that. There's toys. Even though we're Christian, God is okay with toys.
No comments.
God is okay with toys, okay?
No comments. So what I say is, listen, there's something you don't hear couples talks about. Sometimes it's better to be single than to be in a relationship. Believe me, when you get in a relationship, you have to give up a whole lot of stuff.
We talk about this a lot in here.
You give up a whole lot of stuff.
A whole lot of stuff.
So enjoy being single if that's where you are right now. And obviously, if the right relationship for you to be in comes along, yes, get into it. But don't get into it because you're like, geez, man, I can't be single no more. I'm tired of being single. I got to find anybody, whoever happens to be, I'm going to do what I can to be with them.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to get in a relationship like this. So it's just going to cause issues. It's just not going to work. You find yourself frustrated because believe me, that freedom you had before you get in that relationship is going to be taken away.
Yeah. It's like, to me, I feel like it's like taking a job where it's a dead-end job where you're not going anywhere with there's no growth, there's nothing.
Well, not
there's
just
no
that.
Excitement.
You don't like the day-to-day responsibilities of that job.
There we go. Just like you're dating someone.
You just take it because you needed a paycheck, but you complain about it every day.
Just like dating someone that you don't like. It's very similar.
Yeah. So get in a relationship for the right reason.
Yeah.
Another thing.
What's that?
Having affairs while you're in a relationship.
Jeez. Yes. I just don't see myself doing that.
Oh, I don't see myself doing it. Now, it takes a lot of strength, a lot of dedication. Believe me, I know there's guys out there that looks a lot better than I do. They're a lot more fit than I am. And my wife probably seen a few of them out there. I know that.
I see no one. I
Now,
see nothing.
I must
Okay.
say, there's no one who looks better than my wife out there.
Oh, thank you, baby. Aw.
They may look equal, you know.
No.
Now, this is me saying that
No.
you're gonna run into attractive people. You're gonna work with attractive people. You're going to be in places with attractive people. Now, people may try to flirt with you, may try to get in your pants or in your skirt. Is that even the right term?
Yeah. Yep.
If you're in a relationship, you have to be strong to be able to resist all these temptations. And some people are not.
Have you flirted with anyone?
No, I have not. I'm nice to people.
I feel like
I
sometimes
know you
you're
have
too
issues
nice.
with that, but
I
I'm
think
nice to people.
nice can be also a way of flirting with people.
I'm nice to people.
Like, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just nice to people.
Listen,
And sometimes being too nice could be a sign of flirtation.
all I know is that if I don't have any reason to be rude to someone, I'm not going to be rude to you.
Sometimes you could be too nice, and girls may think that you're just flirting with them.
Let me just get this right. I'm not nice where I'm constantly hugging people, constantly kissing people on the cheek. No, I'm not that nice. I may say a joke. I don't even compliment people, but I can smile. I can maybe, hey, listen, if you seem like you're having a bad day, I may crack a joke and make you smile. That's not flirting. That's
That
just
is
being
flirting.
nice. My wife, I just use with that. So if I'm with her, I don't tell anyone's joke.
And if you're not with me, you're not supposed to tell anyone jokes.
don't.
It's like you go behind my back and tell
I
jokes.
don't. See, I don't go anywhere without this woman unless I'm going to work.
That's not true.
But you know, we will be tempted, whether we're the guy or the lady. There'll be temptations,
Yes.
and we'll be with people that would really, really test our commitment to our partner.
Yes, and I think it's more so when it comes to the guys.
I think it happens both ways.
No, I don't think so.
You know, but this is what we have to be very, very strong on saying no. I am married. Or we take the ring out and say, yeah, come in, let's hang out.
Yeah.
So, yes, resisting temptation and not give in. Listen, it's out there. I can't turn a blind eye on it. I mean, we all at one point would be tempted and will be approached by people who possibly wants to make us break our commitment to our partner.
Yes.
And some of us sometimes are weak in the pants.
The guys are the weak ones. We all know that. The guys
no,
are the
no,
weak
no, no.
one. I
we
feel
all-
like we need to have a podcast just on that. Like,
I think
the
we all have our
guys
weaknesses.
no. It's always a lot easier for you guys to give up so quick, so easy versus us women, because we start thinking, y'all don't think that fast. We do. We start thinking of the possibilities. The possibilities, like, you know, whoa, what if I do this? What's going to happen? Y'all like, let's just get on. Nothing's going to happen. You know? I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like,
that way.
well, you do. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for you.
I don't think that way. So affairs is a bad thing. Actually, if you're in a relationship and you have an affair, sometimes you cannot repair that.
And it's such a bad feeling. It's like trust. Once you like, oof.
Yeah, it's a bad thing.
It is a major breakup.
Yeah. You know, so stay away from messing with people if you're in a relationship, especially if you're married. If you're married, yes. If you just started dating someone and you're about to break it off, yeah, break it off and then move on with this next person. But if you're married, yeah, that nice girl, that nice guy that's trying to get with you, maybe wants to take you to dinner, whatever it may be, say no and move on.
Yeah, if you have a client that just want to take you out to dinner,
Say no and move on.
You know, one thing I'm learning in the real estate industry is like sometimes clients may want to take you out to dinner because they want to talk about
take
business.
me with you. I'm going to bring my husband. Don't worry, he'll pay for his own meal.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, bring my husband. You know? Bring my wife. You know, she'll pay for her own meal. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you'll pay. We'll go to dinner, but I'll pay for my wife dinner.
Oh yeah, would you be willing to pay for my spouse as well? Yeah, we'll be there at 5:00. In fact, we'll pick you up.
Anyways,
yeah. But this is the last thing, which I think is something that we all have had to deal with: social media. Now, social media is unique in the way it works. It's good for business. It's good to share things with family. It's good to share your life with the world. Tell them what you eat.
Sometimes
where you go.
too much.
But in relationship, it gives your spouse the ability to see people maybe that are they attracted to. Gives them the ability to follow people, maybe stalk them, their profile, their pictures. You know, there's this guy that looks good or that girl that looks good. I followed her, and whenever she posts one of those pictures, I'm always there commenting and liking.
Love.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll tell my partner I'd like to be with like this person because this person is my ideal person. Social media has that. Now, social media also have issues in communications. You know, we could be sitting here. I'm on my phone browsing. You on your phone browsing. We at the restaurant. We in the car. We're not talking because we're busy browsing. You know, checking out things.
Yes.
So
social media plays the villain. Yeah. That's the villain in the most relationships.
Now,
today.
I love social media. I don't use it personally. I use it for my business. I love it because it allows me to know what people do. And
my husband don't use social media for his business as much as he should. He goes on there and browsing and looking at cars. Listen, I know my man. I trust my man 100%. Okay. But my man is not on there looking at girls. He's not on there looking at, things that's not appropriate. I go on his phone.
And she checked my stuff, but
I don't check his phone because
she gets bored with the things I
don't get bored. I have tons of things, but I like to know. But I don't go on his phone like that. I know some girls, they like to go on their husband's phone or their boyfriend's phone just to see what's going on. Like when he is watching something, I just like lean over and see what he's watching. But I'll tell you this all the time, constantly, cars.
Well, I'm into cars. And like there's that project I was working on. I watched tons of videos on that project.
And I was like, I have but I don't think I ever come across where he's looking at some girl doing some crazy things.
Half-naked girl.
Or whatever.
Those
because
Instagram models. I've heard things about them.
See, you've heard, see?
I haven't been on Instagram because Instagram doesn't have. I watch a lot of long videos when I'm learning stuff, and lately I've been learning a lot of stuff
on YouTube Shorts.
So I spent most of my time on YouTube, and Facebook Watch has a lot of stuff on it now.
But he's not posting; he's just watching.
But I'm learning some stuff. What do I need to post for?
People to know about you.
Now, listen, I use social media very different than most people do. Like Instagram, I haven't been in because what I'm doing now, Instagram doesn't help me. Those 1-minute videos, there's not enough that I can learn on them. And I don't like the videos that I watch the most, like 14 to 20 minutes. And that's me learning something. So yes, if she wants. Now I listen to music on YouTube. I have a few playlists, either in the car or at home. If I'm doing something, I'll drop them on. Now she does listen to my music because I have good choice.
I don't listen to your music.
Not I have good choice.
Like I make
around. Good music choices.
That's the other way around. You listen to mostly of my music.
That I have right now, it's mine.
No, you listen to mostly my music because I'm the DJ in the house. Y'all know that. My brother knows that, so don't come at me.
But watch your social media. Watch how you use social media with your partner, because that can get in the way. Sometimes it seems so innocently. Hey, it's just this person that I follow. They happen to be, their post shows up on my feed all the time that I get in.
I'll be like, why?
But.
Oh, here's one thing. One thing I don't understand is people who follow their spouse's ex. I don't get it. Why are we friends? First of all. If I know my husband have a ex, I will not be friend with you. Why do we have in common? First of all, we didn't know each other. Just because we have mutual friends does not mean we need to be connected. Like, why? Does that make sense? Like, if I knew that, sense,
but I'm sure they have their reasons.
I don't think you would too.
Maybe they're sharing information. Maybe when things are happening.
But to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, why do I need to follow my ex's girlfriend or boyfriend because of what? I want to see what they're posting. I want to see if my if my husband's gonna like their post.
That could be the reason.
Are you like? No, it makes no sense. Like if I'm with someone, I'm with someone.
You don't need to be connected to.
I don't need to be connected to no past of you that has nothing to do with me. Because I know people who connected with their spouse's ex, and I'm like, what's the point? Unless if we were friends prior, then that's different.
Well, that's still a problem. Why would you go and date someone that your friend used to be with?
True. Yeah.
Maybe you're the reason why they broke up.
Maybe you're the reason why they broke up. That is so true. But because social media is just like has so much to do with relationship nowadays, where everything is on social media. All the issues, all the problem, lack of communications, lack of interest, lack of whatever you want to call it, is there's the problem. Like people having like, especially this month is mental wellness month, where people are spending so much time on social media, which causes them like to have a mental breakdown because they're not finding themselves. They're so busy at looking at what others are doing. You know what I mean? Like one
Flirting
thing
with people on social media. I find out that's a thing. You can flirt with someone on social media.
I didn't know that because I don't use it for that.
Well, someone may have been flirting with you.
Oh, well, there's not much I can do. But all I can say is that I'm using my platform to inspire and motivating other women. So, but again, it's just the devil. It's like the villain in every relationship. Like if you don't really like take your time, your moment to shut this thing off and take a break, you know, it's going to destroy your relationship.
All right. So let me make a quick clarification on this. Social media is not bad.
No.
And I want to be
not bad.
Very upfront. It's how we use it. You know, if
Everything
we use
in
it
life.
for the right reason, to do the right thing and not let it consume every minute of your day. Yes, it's a great
platform.
Tool. Just like a knife can be a weapon, but it could be a great tool to slice your tomatoes. It's how you use it.
Yes.
I use social media very differently than most people do.
Mm-hmm.
She does. And many other people probably use it for very positive reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But some people also let social media consume their lives.
Sure do.
So those are the things, all the things we've talked about, that can cause issues in your relationship.
Yes.
So as you get in a relationship, watch out for these things, but also know yourself and watch the things you do.
Yes.
Because out of all of these things that we've talked about, you can control most of them because you always have something to do with it.
Right.
So get in a relationship for the right reason and do the right thing. And we thank you for listening to our podcast on what's wrong with relationship in today's society. And isn't
social media is wrong with people. Social media is causing things in society and people's relationships nowadays.
And listen, thank you very much for sticking
around. I see what I
around.
say. You better
Thank
not come
you.
for me.
Thank you very much for sticking around. Don't listen to this woman. We appreciate you guys listening to our podcast on what's wrong with relationship in today's society. Please share this with anyone you think this may be beneficial to. We appreciate you. Please remember to subscribe. If it is your first time with us, absolutely, please subscribe. And hit on the notification bell so you can be notified when we put out these videos. Remember to check us out on the audio channels, the SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. This time I got them all right. So we thank you, we appreciate you, and we will see you in the next podcast.
Bye.